So it's time for Tate. Andrew Tate, the most brilliant man of the last century. Okay?
About the tools of
This man could be a rocket scientist if he wanted. He could be a brain surgeon. He could be a great philosopher. Instead, he chooses to scam vulnerable men online into buying his stupid self-help program. And also he kicked people in the face when he was a kickboxer. So today, the great mind that is Andrew Tate is going to provide us, and this video is just titled Proof for God. Which, frankly, I think Tate's about to win a Nobel Prize, okay? He's about to prove God. That's pretty impressive. No one's ever done that before. So...
There's nothing funny about the tools.
Tucker White 94. Well, and that's the end of the thought. As Compy with 10 bits, Hannah, no, don't do Tate. He'll just leave you in the end. Windchanter, Potater. Tucker White 94. Well, I've seen the light, Hannah. It's time you hit the treadmill and abandon this streaming nonsense. You need to become a proper woman for Baja. Apparently, yeah. He's gonna say he's proof of God. Oh no. Is he? Let's find out. CobraTate.com. Not a scam.
I'm going to correct myself.
Oh god, is he gonna continue to do these disgusting videos where we have to watch him get a massage from a woman? Like, really? This is so gross.
It's not very often I take back an opinion, but I'm gonna take back an opinion.
There's nothing funny about.
If you look very, very early.
Maya is bored with 10 bits. Is this the night Tate will prove my atheist upbringing wrong? Will I be able to convert my entire family?
Early on in this channel to the depths of Tate speech. I think one of my earliest 10 Tate speeches was how God is not real. And I sat there and I explained how God's not real and don't believe in God and I'm an atheist and blah, blah, blah. It's actually difficult to prove gravity, let alone God, which doesn't exist.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Tate used to be an atheist? That's embarrassing for atheists. That video must be the most obnoxious in his attempts to try and explain why he doesn't think God exists. That one's probably pretty painful.
You can't prove something.
And no, it's not difficult to prove gravity. It's been proven time and time again. Like, holy shit. Have you not seen the thing with the balls? They're like on a thing. I think it's called the Cavendish experiment. You can do that yourself.
That isn't there. But I want to change teams because I'm looking at these atheists and they're all just dorks. Or
you heard it here first, folks. You know how I know God's real? Because people who don't believe in God are dorks. That's brilliant.
There's nothing funny about.
Even Pascal would be like, I don't know about that one. Windchanter with 10 bits back. What the heck is that big black smudge on his chest pretending to be a tattoo? It's a cobra. Yeah. Oh, it's like a cobra in a demon head. You'd think Tate, with all his money, could get a better tattoo than that, but here it is.
Just nerds.
This is all you can think of when you think of Tate?
This is all because I've never seen Star Wars. I am not big dork, baby. I get all of the money. Every day, millions of dollars should be deposited into your bank account.
What is this? Did someone else cover Tate? What the heck? Apparently I need to save this to watch later just for myself. Amazing.
Or, I mean, Christians are nerds too. It's hard. But all the...
Here's a link to this video if anyone wants to watch it. After the stream, don't you dare leave me. You will be cursed with magic that exists. He's just offended us nerds don't want to hear him out. Yeah. Because nerds are smart enough not to fall for his terrible scam self-help program. That's why.
Complete degeneracy you see in the world nowadays is done in the name of atheism, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think that some basic things like family, man, woman, children, etc.
Maya is bored with 100 bits. Tate, I want to change team. Me as a straight woman watching Tate. Me too, dude. Me too. And Tinker Tailor with 10 bits. Choosing religious beliefs based on who is the least nerdy seems legit. Of course it is. Tate's a genius. Don't you know that?
That only seems to be the religious people. Only religious people are propagating these ideals. Whereas the atheists are propagating insanity. Like, you know, this gender fluid, crazy.
Tate. Just because you don't understand something doesn't make it crazy. Because I feel like you don't understand most things very well. You're just less aware of that than you are your lack of understanding about LGBTQ issues. Maybe rein it in.
You know, pedophilia is a sexual orientation, just madness.
Oh my god. No one except for, like, pedophiles are saying that pedophilia is, like, a sexual orientation. Come on. Stop falling for the grifters, Tate. Word salad? Sure.
So I don't want to be an atheist anymore. I look what the atheists are doing and they've just gone nuts. And the truth is that most people are not smart enough to be an atheist. Because as an atheist, what I did is I made myself the center of my universe. But most people are not intelligent enough or capable enough to do that. Most people are so unremarkable, they cannot make themselves the center of their own universe. But
being an atheist has nothing to do with being a narcissist, Tate. You are a narcissist. We all recognize this. You are like a malignant, destructive narcissist. That has nothing to do with not believing in a deity, right? Like, I don't believe in a deity, but I don't view myself as the center of the universe or even my own world. Like, I am one person amongst many. You putting yourself at the center of literally every thought you have is your narcissism. It's not a galaxy brain move. It just makes you an asshole.
because there's nothing interesting
Tucker White 94 also have overtaken Daddy Sume for the third on the bit chart, bitches. Good job.
about them. So they have to find meaning elsewhere. And if they don't find meaning elsewhere with God, they end up signing up to a new religion, which is liberalism or leftism or wokeness.
Relationship with Jesus over. Leftism is my God now.
So people are always religious to something. And it turns out
Stephen J. Neptune Man, since when is being self-centered a good thing? I don't know, since Tate kicked people in the face enough to make seed money for his bad investments that have somehow worked out.
being religious to God is far better than being religious to any of the other options out there.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Winds Chanter with 10 bits. That sentence shows exactly how much thought Tate put into his worldview. Yep.
All the other options on the table that society provides are terrible. So
Is his thinking have nothing to do with the actual reality of whether or not a god exists? It's entirely upon whether or not he thinks it's advantageous for oneself. Interesting. Kind of a bad take, but do you?
decided I no longer want to be an atheist. I'm going to start believing in God.
What does that
Funny
mean?
about the tools
Okay,
of
Tate.
capitalism.
You can't make yourself believe something. Either you believe God exists. I assume you're talking about the Christian God. Either you believe God exists or you don't. Like, tomorrow, I could go and be like, I'm going to try, I could say, I'm going to start believing God exists, but it would be a lie. I'd be lying all the time because I genuinely just don't believe God exists, right? It's not like something I decided necessarily one day. It's a natural consequence of evaluating evidence, or lack thereof. You can't just say, well, I've decided I'm believing in God. What does that mean? You either believe it or you don't. Either you believe due to some sort of investigation on your part or exploration of religious ideas, or you don't believe it. Like, what? You can't just choose. Tucker White 94. The only thing that that's the center of my universe is anime. Also, supermassive black hole. That's the parsecs bigger than the solar system.
Because if God keeps society together,
There's nothing funny about the tools of
They do not.
capitalism.
Humans keep society together, as it turns out. which is why societies have collapsed, many times in the past. The Shadow Witch with 20 bits. Well then, Tate, this nerd, as you call me, understands stoichiometry enough and can manipulate your tiny brain, social engineering into letting me close enough that I will get away with, you accidentally poison yourself, cough. To Jesus. To Tinker Taylor 84 with 10 bits. Is Tate updating Pascal's wager for the brain dead?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Wind Chanter with 10 bits. I've decided that I either gave to believe in no God, or I assume that's supposed to be have. I've decided that either have to believe in no God or the fact that there is a God for everything and they constantly cancel each other out. Each other's powers. Oops, muted it.
Enough people believe in a thing which makes society better, if enough people believe in a God which makes society, which is a net positive for society.
Why do you think it would be a net positive, Tate? Other than the fact that you don't like gay people and you don't like gay, queer, lesbian, trans, whatever people existing, what net positive does it create to have people be religious fundamentalists or be religious in general in society? Because we have evidence that, religious thinking causes people to go down some pretty bad paths, and we have histories in the West and in a lot of other parts of the world where we have holy wars and conflict based on what sect of Christianity you are, whether you're Catholic or Protestant. These are deep-seated issues that are fundamentally about the beliefs of people. Religion is not an end-all, be-all, cure-all for things. In fact, it is often a problem. Stupid.
Then God in some form exists, doesn't he? So even if it's just the idea of him existing makes him semi-real. So I now...
No, I'm not all about that shit. Oh, if we can conceptualize something and that concept has an effect on the world, then it's real. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you and I and everyone else in the world all of a sudden tomorrow started believing in leprechauns, and our belief in leprechauns led us to make certain choices, and those choices have an effect on the real world, it has no bearing on whether or not leprechauns are real. The belief in leprechauns would be real, but leprechauns would continue to not be real. That is not how existence works. You cannot think something into existence. It either exists or it doesn't. There's not a lot of gray area here. Tucker White 94, bingo, mother effers. Let's take a look at your bingo card.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Satanism. When did Satanism come up? When did Satanism come up? Homophobia? Yeah. Talking over video game footage? Yes, that did happen. Word salad. American dream. That has also been said. I don't know when Satanism was mentioned, though. When was Satanism mentioned? Wing the Ultimate Nug. I get enough to stop believing in owls. Do owls disappear? Is that what happened to unicorns?
Now believe in God. I believe in God. So now I have to decide which God I believe in. And there's lots of options, there's lots of choices. So for me, it's really down to two.
About the tools of capitalism.
Hindu.
Querulous Artisan with 10 bits. I'm an artist. Anything could come into existence if I think of it hard enough. Abby, my dudes with 30 bits. Fun fact, I went to college in Mobile, Alabama, where the Leprechaun video was created. It's a wonder I'm employed.
I mean, no. I mean, the Sikhs were supposed to be a warrior religion. But I haven't heard about Sikhs fucking up anybody in a long time. Hindus praying to elephants. Come on, bruv. I got better things to do.
How are you gonna, on the one hand, try and extol the virtues of a religion, even if it's not actually true, and on the same breath, insult the religions of millions and millions of other people? What is wrong with you, Tate, you absolute jackass?
Buddhist, please don't hurt me. Piss off. So, I mean, the Christians haven't been gangsta in a long time. The Christians were gangsta. You couldn't mess with the Christians. Dose Vault, they come in, bust down, crusade.
Oh yeah, the Crusades were very badass, and not at all a disgusting war fought over really, really stupid shit. Good call.
Taking Jerusalem, bust places up. The Christians haven't done anything gangsta in a long time. If I had to bet on a religion, the same way I'd bet on a company, let's say you're going to put 100 grand into a company's stock, and you had to...
Is he going to say Islam?
Bet on it going up or down. I'd have to bet on Islam.
Called that.
You can't fuck with Islam. You can't insult their prophets. You can't insult their gods. You insult their shit, they go rioting. They'll kill you. They'll chop your head off. You can insult Jesus.
That's not a good thing, Tate. None of those qualities are positive. I don't know how... Do I need to say that out loud? It's not positive to want to murder people over differing religious beliefs. That's not pimpin' or whatever the fuck you think it is. It's just bad.
Jesus all day. No one cares. All the churches in Europe are getting vandalized right now by Muslim immigrants, and the Christians don't even do anything.
No. That is not an epidemic.
Imagine Christian immigrants in Saudi Arabia damaging the mosques.
Tate, how many Christians do you think live in Saudi Arabia, you moron? My fucking god, this guy's dumb. As Compu, for Tate, the most aggression possible is the most positive. Yeah, it's disgusting. Wing the Ultimate Nug, what do you think the lady shaving his back is thinking at this point? I have no idea. I really don't. I hope she's getting paid well. I really do.
It would be going down. In fact, recently in Sweden, some guy burned the Quran and they burnt the whole city down, teach them a lesson. And these are not even the native people. These are the people you let in to be nice. Crazy. So the Muslims, you don't mess with the Muslims. But then, do I really want to go full Muslim? I mean, I get a bunch of wives, which is cool. But what I'm thinking of doing is, coincidentally, I live in Romania, which is the most Christian country in the world, and it's...
Does Tate realize that under Islam, you're not supposed to, like, smoke and drink? Those seem like two things he likes a lot.
Orthodox Christian. And the reason I like Orthodox Christians is because Catholics obey the Pope, and the Pope is fully gone. He's fully part of the social agenda with this.
Oh no, the Pope isn't as homophobic as he used to be, as the former person in the position. Oh no! That's my favorite shit too, is dumb Catholics being like, oh, not my Pope. Like, that's not, I'm not even part of your religion, and I know that's not how that works. Wind Chanter, you know Tate doesn't respect the people who work for him. If they were real alpha, they would make as much money as he spends. Yeah.
This left-wing liberalism woke garbage. The Pope spends all his time talking about things which are against the tenets of Christianity because he wants to be liked by the mainstream media.
Have you ever tried to explain Christianity to the Pope?
There's nothing funny about
Does it ever make you feel like an idiot? I would feel like an idiot. Antipodian Squid. Is Tate leading up to starting his own religion? Are we about to get a Tate cult? That would honestly be amazing. Please, Tate, start a cult. Maya is bored of 50 bits. What city in Sweden was burned down? Because I can't remember anything about an entire city. I'm guessing you're talking about the city 20 minutes from me, and no, the city did not burn down, honey. Tate had an uninformed opinion? Shock.
So Catholics are done. Bunch of
Did he just say Catholicism? Catholicism, Tate. Catholicism.
cowards. You ain't got shit left. But Orthodox Christians, like the Russian, Greek, Romanian church, they still don't play games. You can't play games here. Recently, I read all the time on the news here in Romania about what the church is doing. And you can't piss off the church. You can't disrespect the church. Everyone respects the church here. No one vandalizes anything. The Orthodox Christians will still mess you up. So I think I'm no longer...
I think what we can learn from this video is Tate just thinks authoritarianism is badass. Even though in an authoritarian situation, he's not necessarily in charge, and he's probably a beta cuck boy that has to do whatever the authoritarians in charge say. Nonetheless, he thinks authoritarianism is badass, so it's cool. Very, very strange. Devious Shilster with 10 bits. Am I the only one who finds it really creepy that he's talking to us while getting massaged? Like, the woman is only there as a showpiece to show that he's an alpha. Oh yeah, it's super gross. Super duper gross. He did this in his previous video too.
I'm an atheist. I'm now an Orthodox Christian. And for that reason, I now go to church at least twice a week. I go to church twice a week, and I'm now a Christian. So there's no funny...
Hey, Tate, I'm pretty sure Christianity has a lot of stuff that's like, hey, violence is bad. Turn the other cheek. You're not supposed to hit women, which, by the way, you have admitted to doing and like doing. So, are you going to actually... Oh, Jesus also said it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven and to take all you have and give it to the poor. Are you going to do that, or... Nah. Dark Shadow Rule, thank you for following. Querulous Artisan, he likes violence, what a surprise. Devious Chillster, wait, but that means he reads the Bible. I thought books were evil. No, just because he's Christian doesn't mean he reads the Bible. Most Christians don't read the Bible. Wind Chanter with 10 bits, what you think of Tate's opinion.
Wow!
Nothing funny about the tools
That was
of
shit.
capitalism.
Not bad.
Haha, at the end of this Tate speech, I just genuinely believe it's good for society, which means it has to be good for me, so I'm now a Christian. We all knew I was going to heaven anyway. Let's be honest. And if we all knew if I was going to go to hell, I was going to take over. I walk into hell and the devil's like, oh, I'm going to burn you. So you ain't going to do shit, pussy. Well, I'm going to stand there and let you burn me. Look like a bitch. No, I'm not like these fucking mask wearers. No, you ain't burning me. You touch me, I'll fuck you up. So
You ever been so insecure about your own masculinity that you made up a fake scenario in your head where you go to hell and then beat up Satan and call him a bitch?
There's nothing funny about
Me
the
either.
tools of capitalism.
Querulous Artisan with 10 bits, yikes. Yikes indeed.
would it have been fun to be the king of hell or an angel in heaven? Which one would be more fun?
There's a whole saying about this. You moron. Tate is just out of his mind at this point. I cannot believe Tate is... I just find it so strange that he's a real person. I hope we're still doing these streams in 10, 15 years or something. You know, some continuation of this same idea. Because I want to follow Tate's career until he hits a wall. A metaphorical wall, not a literal wall. But, like, he's not staying this in shape forever. He's not going to be this wealthy forever. He's too stupid with his money for that. I want to see Tate's downfall, okay? The next 20 years, we're going to chronicle Tate's decline. And that'll be fun. So, Querulous Artisan, he would like to think himself a Doom Slayer, but Doom Guy would destroy him. Yeah.
There's
True.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Iron Q-Bolt, I'm sure Tate hit many walls before. Also true. Wind Chanter with 10 bits, I look forward to seeing Tate after the bankruptcy trying to cling on to relevance as well. I really hope he never
There's
gets
nothing
married or
funny
has
about the
kids,
tools
but I
of
doubt that.
capitalism.
That won't happen at some point. Okay, enough Tate.